Hello and welcome to Blackboard Practice. This video will walk you through a sample Blackboard class and will give you the chance to get practice in a Blackboard shell, helping you to feel more comfortable before you are in your own online classes. Once you access your classes, we've created a success checklist for you to go through your classes and make sure you can find everything. Once we're in Blackboard, you can access that list from the Course Info section. We'll look at that in just a minute. Today we're going to cover 3 things in this video. We will practice submitting an assignment, taking a quiz, and doing a discussion board. You can pause this video at any time to practice these activities on your own. A note: to do these practice activities, you need to be enrolled in this Blackboard Practice shell. If you do not see this shell in your list of classes, email Aaron at aaron.payton@cpcc.edu and you'll be added. Let's begin at the CPCC homepage, www.cpcc.edu. On the left, you'll see a list of online services, including Blackboard and Moodle. They are both called Learning Management Systems, or LMS, and CPCC is unique because we use both LMSs. However, almost all of the classes you'll have will be in Blackboard. Only about 10% of our classes are offered in Moodle. Let's take a quick look at Moodle. You don't have access to this practice shell, but I want to show it to you briefly. Moodle has everything laid out on one page. It's organized by weeks or units, and everything for that week or unit is easily visible. Blackboard, on the other hand, is organized more like traditional folders, and when you click on a week or unit, everything is located within that unit. I'm going to log out of Moodle and return to the CPCC homepage. Now let's click on Blackboard. You will need your CPCC login and password to access it. Log in. You should see a list of your classes, but note that if you're doing this video before classes begin, you will not see your classes until after the semester starts. Click on the Blackboard Practice Session link. This is the sample course. In your own classes, your instructor should post an announcement that introduces you to the class and tells you what's where. They should point out the highlights of the navigation menu, where the syllabus is located, how the class is organized, what's under Help in My Resources, etc. You should get an idea of how this course is laid out. Announcements are where instructors post immediate news and information, and they can email these announcements to your email as well, so don't worry about missing anything if you don't log in daily. One important thing you must do, and this is very important, within the first week of class is the EVA, the Enrollment Verification Activity. This could be a quiz, signing a form, doing a discussion board. It's up to your instructor, but they should clearly list what it is in the syllabus and in the opening announcement so that it's very easy to find. Make sure you do your EVA first. Let's go through the menu. Please note that the colors and menu buttons in this shell may look completely different from your own classes. Your instructor can change the font, colors, menu button names, and anything else that is designable. Click on My Instructor. Your instructor should post some information about themselves here, including email, phone, office hours, and a brief introduction. The college also has a staff directory, and your instructor might link to their own personal page from the Your Instructor tab. You can access the staff directory from the CPCC homepage. Click on Employee Intranet down at the bottom, then Staff Directory near the top, Then search by their last name. For example, I'll search for one of our online instructors. And here is what her profile looks like. Your instructor might have a photo and some other personal information about themselves. Now let's get back to Blackboard. Click on Course Info. This is where your course objectives, syllabus, and possibly your course schedule will be stored. Hopefully your syllabus is in an easy-to-read format like a DOC or PDF. I would suggest printing out a copy. The checklist that I mentioned at the beginning of this video is also located here, and it looks like this. This document might also be good to print out. Now click on Coursework. This is the meat of this video. Each week or unit should have objectives of what you'll be covering for that week. So this week, we're going to review netiquette information, complete a practice assignment, take an orientation quiz, and participate in a discussion board. Let's start with the assignment. Assignment 1 gives me instructions, and I'm going to go through these step by step. You can follow along or wait until I finish, and then click pause while you do it yourself. The first step is to click on My Resources in the course menu. Then click on Netiquette. Copy the netiquette information into a Microsoft Word document. Open Microsoft Word now. Once Word is open, go back to the Netiquette website, select your text, then click Ctrl-C to copy. Go back to Word and click either Ctrl-V or use the big Paste button to paste into Word. Click the Save icon. Name the document Assignment 1 _ your last name. For example, I would name mine Assignment 1 _ Peyton. Back in Blackboard, click on the Assignment 1 title. We want to attach that file. Note, if your instructor asks you to attach it, please attach it. Don't copy and paste the assignment into the text box because that can make it harder for your instructor to read. Whatever you are asked to do, please follow the instructions carefully. Browse your documents to see where you saved that file. Once your file is attached, click the blue Submit button. This still has to be graded, but you can click on the title to see what you submitted. You cannot edit, delete, or resubmit the document again, so make sure the document you submitted is the right one. Click on My Grades in the course menu to see the confirmation that your assignment has been submitted and is waiting to be graded. Now let's take a look at the orientation quiz. A test or quiz can work in a variety of ways. It could possibly be timed. It can be objective, like multiple choice, true, false, or matching, or it can be a short answer or an essay. Objective tests will be graded right away. Any test with a short answer will have to be graded manually by your instructor and will show up in your gradebook after you complete it with a green exclamation point, meaning that it still needs to be graded. Let's start this quiz to see what it looks like. Notice the instructions tell you whether you can take it multiple times. Here are a variety of question types: multiple choice, multiple answer, matching, ranking, and short essay. If you want to complete this quiz now, pause this video. To complete, save and submit. To see the results of the objective questions, click OK. The test will tell you what you got right and which ones you got wrong. Click OK to get back to the coursework section. The last thing we'll do is the discussion board. Click on the discussion board title. You can see a series of discussion boards from the various Blackboard practice sessions on campus. The discussion board is an important part of your class and often the main way your instructor grades your participation. Look in the syllabus for how much you are expected to respond in the discussion board. In this practice, we'll have you do two things. You will create a new thread and reply to somebody else's thread. Read the instructions for the first board. We'll choose the first discussion because there are posts to respond to. Create a new thread that has 3 things about yourself. 2 are truthful, but 1 is a lie. Click on the board title. Click Create Thread. A thread is a series of posts about a subject. Give your thread a title like 3 Things, and then write your content. For classes that require you to write a few paragraphs, I would suggest composing it in Microsoft Word, then copying and pasting it into the discussion board, so that you can save, edit, and use spell check. Once you're done, click Submit. For the record, my lie was having lived in Paris, but I did live in Hawaii for 3 years. Find another person to reply to. Click on the title, read their post, and reply. If you want to go back to the main discussion board page, click OK at the bottom. Anything in bold is something you haven't read. If you want to read all the posts at one time, select all the posts and click Collect. While you won't see the hierarchy of the posts and which belong to what thread, this feature allows you to see everything at once. Clicking on the post title will allow you to respond directly to that person. Last, I want to mention the search feature, which will search for a word, name, or title. This will allow you to search for any posts that you have written that you cannot easily find. And that's Blackboard. If you still need assistance, you have a few options. If you're having technical problems, please call the ITS Help Desk at 704-330-5000. If you have questions about your course content, start with your instructor. For Blackboard help, click the Help link in your Blackboard course, and every Blackboard shell will have one. And if you want more resources like the library, online student orientation, or disability services, click My Resources. I hope you found this video useful. Good luck in your online classes.